Well, Neil, first of all, welcome to Aston Villa.
Thank you very much.
Just tell us what exactly appealed to you about the role here.
That's a big one, really. Major League Dean Smith, I've worked with him before. We had a great relationship, great working relationship where we did really well together at Walsall. With Rich O'Kelly as well, so the pull of working with Dean again was huge for me. Obviously this is a huge club, it's a massive club, and the pull of working at a club of this size was just something I just couldn't turn down in the end.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Walsall link there. You had some good success there. What was
really
it specifically that Dean, can bring that made you want to come here?
I think the way I developed as a coach under him, not just technically and tactically, but as a person, as a key that I developed as, like understanding where you are psychologically, how to improve psychologically, your emotional baselines, how to keep them level. And as I say, that coupled with the technical and tactical side of it was huge. And I developed so much under him over that 2-3 year period, especially obviously Rich O'Kelly as well. They work really well together. So yeah, the key for me is I always try and improve. I always try and get better and keep improving, keep moving forward. I don't like to stand still. I like to keep developing as a person and as a coach. So the lure of coming back and working with them both again, obviously with the experience of John Terry in there as well, is something that you just can't turn down.
And it's interesting you can take those elements from them even though they're not specifically goalkeeper coaches.
Yeah, but I think being a goalkeeper coach, you've got to have a great knowledge of the outfield side of it as well, and it's not just about the outfield, it's how they deal with people, how they deal with training, how they deal with detail to work towards the opposition and prepare for games. Just little small things like that all add up. But the gaffer's a very calm person. He's very day-to-day, he's calm around the place, he's calm, he's very a natural person around the place. He's just himself, and what you see is what you get. That's important. Win, lose or draw, it's important. I spoke before about emotional baselines. If you're gonna keep moving forward and reach the top, you've got to have that emotional baseline. The players have got to see him as this figure that's not up there and 1 minute and then down there the next, and he's in control and he's calm, and that's exactly what he is.
Do you think that's something we're seeing a lot more of in football now, more of a head coach rather than managers?
Yeah, I think so. Like I say, he's a very astute coach. He's got an eye for detail, clever. So yeah, he's going to do really well.
Coming back to yourself, just tell us a little bit about your journey to goalkeeping, coaching you specifically.
Yeah, I retired at the age of 29 with a back injury at Rotherham. I've been struggling with back injuries for a while, having to get injections to get me through games, and that was a bit of a struggle. So to be fair, I knew 24, 25, 26, I'd always got there and always looked into detail of goalkeeping, the biomechanics of goalkeeping, the real details behind it. I knew I always wanted to be a goalkeeping coach from then on. And when I retired, luckily enough, I went straight into it full time. I went into Bury with Alan Neil, which was a great experience. Went through, then we went up to Scunthorpe when they were in the Championship, and then when Alan Neil left Scunthorpe, I was able, luckily, to go down to Walsall with Dean. So, a few years with Dean, and then to West Brom. So West Brom to here.
And how much is that experience going to help, particularly given where the club is at the minute? Because the Championship, it is a different animal.
It's totally different. I think the key is that I've now coached at every single level. So I've coached from the National League all the way up to the Premier League. So I've had experience of it all. I've worked, last season in the Premier League. I had to step up a little bit more with Darren Moore. So that experience has held me in good stead, really. So the work now that I've done in the Championship with Scunthorpe and here, I think he's going to be good moving forward. I understand the league, I understand what it takes. Like I say, we've got everything we need here in order to push us on and move forward. So that's the key. But it's patience. You have to stay patient. You have to drip feed ideas and thoughts, and that's the key. Like I say, we have to just a little bit at a time. It just doesn't come all in one go straight away. You have to just keep drip feeding your ideas and your thoughts, and then all of a sudden it comes all together and you move on, you move forward.
You've been here 4 or 5 days now. You've had a couple of training sessions and more importantly a match.
Yeah.
What do you make of what you've inherited, particularly with the goalkeeper?
Good. I mean, I like to work in detail. I like to get in there real detail. So I've come in straight away and I think I've put some of my ideas across already, the way I want things to run and want things to work, and it can only be a positive thing. A lot of work on distribution. I like my goalkeepers to be able to mix all the clubs, mix their distribution styles. I like them to be able to set tempos. I like them to be able to set us on the transition quickly and effectively. So that's what we've been working on a lot, first thing in the morning, so they get in before everybody else. Work first thing in the morning on the distribution, and then we're into topic. So we've got a good group. We've got a good group. Not only a good group, but they all want to learn. They all want to get on. They all want to push forward. They're all very keen, very eager to work. That's the main thing. That's all you can ask for. That they're going to listen, they're going to learn, and they're going to move forward. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I noticed they were the last ones out on the training pitch today. You're going to push them hard.
First in or first out, last in. That's the key. That's the way it should work. If you want to work on detail, then you're going to have to put the effort in. It's a bit easier for goalkeeping coaches because you've got a group of 4 or 5 and you can really home in on detail for the 4 and 5. Whereas outfield players, you've got a lot of outfield players to work on. With me, I can really concentrate on the technical, tactical, the psychological side, what makes them tick, where they're lacking. I think the goalkeeper department itself is looking really well. Sam Meek's developed a really good programme, so I'm looking forward to helping him along with that, with the kids all the way up the system. So yeah, it's good. I think it's definitely moving forward. It's definitely moving in the right direction.
And you mentioned your experience at this level in particular. How much can Ørjan Nyland, as the current #1, benefit from that as somebody who's come in from abroad this summer?
I'm hoping he can. Already, I think I've just given him a few ideas. The important thing is you don't just go in and bombard him with change. I think it's not. I think it's just drip feeding little ideas, little thoughts, just to keep affecting him, to keep moving forward. He's got all the attributes. He could be a top class goalkeeper. We just need to keep helping him and keep pushing him and keep him really positive and work on the details. The real details of his work is important. But like I say, he's got all the attributes. He can mix his distribution styles really well. He's a big lad. He's athletic. He's quick. Just add them details to him and he'll be flying, he'll be moving up. And that's the key, just to keep moving him forward and keep moving him forward. But you can't just go in and lambast him with change. You can't go, right, you have to do all this. Because you just frazzle him. You have to just keep implementing little ideas and little thoughts, and then whether he buys into it is entirely up to him. But he's a really good character, wants to learn, really wants to learn. So he's going to be really good for us, an important part of us moving forward.
Yeah, by his own admission, he's taken a little bit of time to adjust, but you fully believe he can be the #1 here for a long time.
Yeah, coming over into the Championship is difficult. You know, it's a very physical league. It'll be different to what he's experienced before, and you can't just change and adapt overnight. It takes time. He has all the attributes in order to change, to help himself. Like I say, psychologically he's strong. Doesn't let things faze him. Doesn't let things affect him. Like I say, he's quick, athletic, agile, mixes distribution types really well. So he's got all them attributes. We just have to bring them together and help him work and moving forward. And for me, I think he's going to do really well. I think he will be all right. Like I say, you look at De Gea. It took a while to change. It's not going to happen overnight. We just need to be really positive with him. Fans need to be really positive with him. We all need to get behind him because he'll come good. I believe he'll come good.
Yeah, and you were involved in the win over Bolton on Friday night. What did you make of the game and the occasion itself? First clean sheet.
The atmosphere is fantastic at the club. I think the gaffer's just implementing his ideas, and Rich just implementing little ideas, just keep tweaking things and keep him moving forward, keep implementing his ideas, and like I say, that's how you move forward. You can't just throw it all together and then it just all changes quickly. It just takes time and patience. And that's what he's good at. That's what Rich O'Kelly's good at. So, like I say, it's just time and patience. Just keep moving in the right direction. And the 3 points is the main thing, and a clean sheet. The desire the lads showed to keep a clean sheet was huge. Clearance off the line by Chesney was massive. That's just pure desire. And that's what we've got to work on. That's what gets you promotions. Desire to keep the ball on net, desire to keep clean sheets, wins you promotion, gets you promotion. And I think we're starting to see signs of that now.
Cheers, Neil. Good luck.
All right, thank you very much.